Good morning, everybody. Becky again here at Aunt Beck's Creations. And I'm just doing a Friday sews to catch up. I've made some purchases that I said I wasn't going to purchase. Fabric. Yeah. So, and I got some other things. I have not sewn a lot this week, but I did get an early Christmas present. Actually, it is the Christmas present from my husband. It's a new Singer heavy duty machine. And I did try it out. Everybody's fussing at me. I can't believe you didn't bring it out of the box and use it right away. And I needed to give her a home. So I had to clear my desk and think about how I was going to use it. So this is going to now be my woven fabric sewing, and my old dressmaker from 1982 is going to be set up with a ballpoint needle and the Coats and Clark's version of the Miraflex, because I can't find it here, that Miraflex thread, and Amazon shows it's out of stock and they don't know when they'll get it again. And then when I was at Joann's, I found that they had the Coats and Clark Elo next or something like that. The spool is on that other machine, or I would show you. So this was my Christmas present from my husband. The sewing I have done is I finished my ornament that I started with Carol at the Canadian Artisan, and I hand drew this and then stitched it, and it's done on a piece of the fabric that comes in the sample books for our upholstery fabric. So this is a piece of upholstery fabric that had these little stars on it, and I've just added a bit of, you can see a little bit of the gold there, just some gold embroidery around it. And the trees and the snowman, all that is stuff that I drew and hand stitched myself, and the date. So this will go on my tree. The back of it's just some pretty Christmas fabric that I found at Joann's in the remnants. I always look at the remnants, because if you find the seasonal stuff goes on sale, right? Well, when there's a remnant, the price on that remnant label is the regular selling price. So say it's on sale for 40% off, it'll be on sale when they ring it up, but then you'll get that additional 50% off for it being a remnant. So the price that you see on there is the regular price. So if it's on sale, it'll be discounted, and then you'll get your remnant 50% off, because it's off the current selling price. It's not off regular price. I hope that made sense. But anyway, I made that, and then I started a banner out of Christmas fabrics, and I'm making this. I'll show you the fabrics. This one's got cute snowmen on it, and I did 2 of each of these triangles out of each fabric. So there's 2. And I've had some of this Christmas fabric for years, because I used to work at Joann's. So I'm just sharing this with you guys. And then this one. And I'll mix these up, so it'll have various colors throughout. But I wanted to make a banner. And I forgot to bring the little chunky. After I make this banner, I'll put bias tape and sew along the bias tape and insert one of these every so often. I think most people call it bunting. So this is going to be very Christmassy looking. I'm not sure where I'm going to hang it yet. But see, I did one way and one the other, just so it looks like I've used that. I've got different fabric, but I think this is my favorite fabric, because it's got cats on it. And it's got Santa there. Some of these are really old, but some of them are like Joann's standard that you see every year. And so there's 2 of each of those. So that's going to be kind of a long banner, because I'll leave some space in between. And the reason I want to leave the space is so I have somewhere to clip my Christmas cards as they come in. And at not at Joann's, at Dollar General, they have these really adorable clothespins that have been stained. So they're not just raw wood, but they've actually been stained, and they look so cute and chunky. They're a nice chunky. They'll hold the card really good, is what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna put these in a little basket or tin, so I'll have those ready to go, and those will go with the bunting. So we'll set those over there to prove I've actually used my machine now. And on the sewing front, last weekend, the new patterns dropped from Simplicity, and Joann's had them on sale. My Joann's did not have anything above like, let's look at the ones I did get. 96.33 was about the highest number they had. And then the other ones I wanted to get, there's a couple coat patterns I wanted and a topsin patterns, and a lady that used to work for me still works at Joann's there, and she said, Becky, I don't have anything above that 96.33 in these boxes, because she was stocking the new patterns. So I'll have to wait until the next Simplicity sale to get the ones above that number, because they didn't have them. That little store, it's a small format, and it always seems to get things slower than a larger format store. I could drive across town and go to the huge one over near Sand Hills Shopping in Columbia, but I just don't like that store. I like the quaint little store, even if they don't have as much. But I did get 3 patterns. So I got this kind of a cardigan sweater. Hi, Angie. And it's really, they all look comfortable. That's what my goal in life now is comfort. And I said, oh, that looks comfortable. And I actually have some sweater knit that I bought from Fabric Mart. If I have enough, I'd love to make one of these out of that blue. It's a beautiful blue paisley kind of print, if I remember right. And this one's kind of a family pattern that I thought would be great for any gift giving that I might do, maybe for next year, because I just don't have time to do a ton of larger items. But these pullover like jackets would be really great gift for like a whole family, because you could do a whole color family together. And then the last one I got, oh, I didn't tell you the numbers. This one's Simplicity 93.73. That's the sweater jacket like thing, cardigan. And the pullover tops is 94.81. And it says on here you can make this out of nylon, the like raincoat type things, which I thought, how cool would that be to do some up to just keep in your car in case it starts raining. You could have one of these in the car or truck, whatever you drive. And then the last one is Simplicity S96.33. And you guys are going to know exactly why I picked this one up. It's because it's got crochet on it. So you add granny squares or crocheted squares. And then this is like linen here. And then this one has the squares down the middle of the back. And then the bag has them at the top. And then the short sleeve shirt just has them on the sleeves. I just think it's a fun look. And I may have showed these before, but I didn't remember. So if I've showed these to you before, I'm sorry. I had earned a $10 reward, but they won't let you use the reward dollars on anything that's already reduced. So like if it's on sale, you can't use your reward money. If you've got a coupon, they won't let you use your reward money to pay for it. So I had to think really hard about what is something I've been wanting to get that I could spend at least $10 on. So I got 1 yard at $15, basically $14.99 of the stuff that you put on the bottom of slippers so you don't fall, because I want to make myself some just pull on slipper socks. So that's what I got there. So that's what I bought at Joann's. Then, well, actually I got these at Joann's too. These were remnants I picked up. And I like to do the remnants, like I had told you earlier, is I look for the stuff that's on sale. So I did find this beautiful cardinal fabric was in the remnants. And I can make little gift bags and things, seasonal pot holders, that kind of thing out of that. And then I found some beautiful rainbow things. Look at this. This was in the remnants. And I got that one and this one. These make great makeup bags for anybody in your family that loves makeup, or pencil cases. If you're like me and you don't wear makeup, these make great pencil cases. Just make them a little longer than the makeup bags. And then this one would also be cute for makeup bags or pencil cases. It's got little foxes on it. Isn't it darling? I saw this in the remnant bin. I'm like, you have to come home with me. I have to turn you into things with magic. So there's that. Now, Fabric Mart got me in trouble because they were offering, I think it was $1.99 shipping anywhere in the USA. So I got this fabric, which says it's a dusty olive drab, muted steel gray, dark Sedona red, chocolate brown multi. And I thought this would make a pretty dress. It's got, it's a border print. I don't know if it's a double border. Let me look. It is not. So if I lay this out, and it doesn't have any stretch in either direction, so it'll be okay to change the direction of it. But see, it's got the border would be at the bottom of the dress, and then it would just be plain up top. And I think that would be a pretty dress. And I will pre-wash everything before I do it. I can tell I will need a slip under this one, or I will need to line it. If I don't line it and I just make a cotton slip to wear under it, it'll be more comfortable for here. And I got 2 yards of that, so it'll be a short sleeve dress. Then this is raspberry pink cotton rayon peak hay rib knit. It's just a rib knit. And it's ribbed. You just can't see that it's ribbed because the camera's not picking it up. And I only got a yard of this because I was thinking tank top and then save the scraps for cuffs or the band on the bottom of a shirt. So that was that. This I got thinking of Project Dress a Girl, but it's really thin, so it'll have to be a layered dress where I have like a little apron or something, but I thought it was a pretty gingham check in the blue. Got 1.5 yards of that. And then I got this one thinking I'd make one of Stephanie Farrell's hoodie hugs. And then after it got here, I'm thinking, I think I already bought this once. So I might have this twice. I'm trying to find the end so I can show you because they folded it right side in. But this is the right side of it. And I thought it was real pretty. So Peg is here. Angie's here. And Joyce. There's Joyce. So another hoodie hugs, or maybe another type of dress, because I think I bought enough for a dress. But it's all got to be pre-washed anyway, because I always pre-wash and dry the stuff in the dryer, just so I can make sure that if it's going to shrink, it's going to do it before I put hours of work into it. This is a tropical print jersey knit, and I just thought summer dress again. And it's just a real pretty kind of bamboo looking leaves, which is perfect for South Carolina. And when it's really cold outside, if I sew something summery, maybe I'll feel warmer. I don't know. That's a theory. All right, so that is it as far as anything sewing related. And the reason I start with that is this is all about Friday Sews, which is brought to us by Jen at Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And if you put that hashtag in, you'll find all these other ladies that sew. And we also share a little bit about family life in these videos and any other kind of creative endeavor. It can be crochet, knitting. Some are knitters, some are crocheters, and some they dye fabric. I mean, these girls do a variety of things. So I kind of fit in both the sewing community and the art community really well. So I try to do a variety of things. I am still working on this little girl here, and this is put out by Chai Coffee Crochet. They do these little dolls. This is called Amigurumi. And I'm working on my dolly. I put her on hold because I wasn't sure the eye placement looked right. This is where they tell you to put the eyes. And I kept thinking, oh, that's kind of low, but you have to put the eyes in before you finish crocheting the head. And I need to make the neck insert so she doesn't get a floppy head over time. She gives instructions on how to make, it's basically an internal collar that strengthens the neck so it doesn't get all wobbly. So I don't know, do her eyes look too low? Should they be higher? I know they're supposed to be half the distance down your head, right? Hey, Carol. Carol's back again. So that's what's put a kind of a damper on this, because I have to figure out if this is where I want her eyes. Angie says it looks good to her. Before I pop the eyes in permanently, they're just pushed in there. They don't have their little stoppers on the back yet. I have to figure out where her eyes are going, and then I have to stitch some eyelashes and eyebrows. And then you do something for her nose. I can't remember. I think we do some stitches or something for the nose. And then you finish her head, and then her hair is going to be this yellow. She's going to be a blondie. I had thought about getting like eyes instead of the black dots, but everything I've seen with amigurumi, they all use just the black eyeballs. So I got these 10 millimeters, then I got some little 6 millimeters because I printed off another pattern, and for the life of me, oh, there's another pattern. I've been printing amigurumi patterns off like crazy. Look at these ladies. Aren't they cute? But their eyes look like I don't know, they got some different eyes there. Or maybe they put flannel, not flannel, maybe a bit of white felt behind the eye to give it that look, maybe. I haven't not read this one. But then I have another pattern to make like little cats and things like that. I have a niece that loves cats as much as I do, and I was thinking I'd make her a couple little kitty cats. But we'll see. I always think about gift giving in December, not the rest of the year. And being a hand maker, I need to think about it earlier in the year. So that's the amigurumi side of my crochet. And then another crochet project is almost finished. I started sewing in ends yesterday during Craft and Chat, but I got to sew in all of these ends before I can do a border on this. And this is my scrap GAN. So this is leftover bits from making hats for Lizzie Brewer's Hats for the Homeless project. And the gray yarns are from Goodwill hauls. So this yarn has all been thrifted. In other words, I saved it from going to the dump from the thrift store. And I've turned it into hats. Now I've got this lap gan. And I had enough gray until this last corner. I ran out of gray on this section. And then I put my color, and I didn't have any gray to end it. And I thought the brown worked okay because it's still kind of neutral. So yeah, this is about 48 by 48 without the border. And so you got even some wild, funky yarn in it. But I really kind of like how it's turned out. And I was thinking this will end up as a gift for somebody. I don't know who, but blankets this size are really good to keep in your car in the winter in case you break down. So that was my idea on that one. And then I still have all these bits. So I might just start another blanket using just these, and just use every ball until I run out. So it would be sections of the same color instead of stripes. So I might look for a different blanket pattern. If anybody has a tried and true crochet blanket pattern that can work up as a stripe really well, I know I could go over to Crystal's Bag O' Day and find a pattern, but I just thought I'd put it out there if you guys have one. I'm going to move my computer so I quit looking to the left so much. There we go. All right. And Joyce says the eyes look good. I'm going to go with where they are because that's what the pattern says. And just make my head shut up, and I'll just put the eyelashes on and go for it. I did pick up a couple books. This one's been on my Amazon wish list, and as a new release, it just was released last month. And it's a cottage core book, the Cottage Fairy Companion, and it's all about living a slow living, connecting to nature, becoming enchanted again. And it's just a lovely book. I'll show you some of the pictures in it. Just real getting in touch with nature. Got the summer kitchen. Oh, that reminds me of when we could go up on the viewing platform that's between North and South Carolina, and you can stand in both states on top of it. It's just such a glorious view on a clear day because you can see hundreds of miles. It's amazing. But it's just a lovely book. It's by Paula Merrill, and that is the number. Mindful living is for all. It's about living mindfully. All right, more crochet. I saw this and I thought, oh my gosh, we'll have to make one of these. We just have to. Are you guys ready? Look at these bags, and it's crochet. Look at these bags. Aren't they awesome? And it's such a neat technique where you crochet over a thread. Actually, you're crocheting over the threads you're carrying along. So you just keep carrying them along, and then you switch to the color you need and drop the one you've been working. It is, it's up near, let me look it up. I'll tell you, Peg. It's in the upstate of South Carolina, kind of near Table Rock. It's beautiful. And it's handicap accessible. they have like a concrete ramp that goes up. I was just watching another lady earlier. It's called Sassafras Mountain Observation Tower. It's in Sunset, South Carolina. And that's the platform there. But then you get views like that. It's just, oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. I have pictures like these. It's just an amazing view. It's you just see forever the tops of mountains because you're way up there. And our car got really hot, so you have to take it easy. You have to go up and back. It's got a lot of switchbacks to get up that hill or mountain, actually. The elevation at Sassafras Mountain is 3,553 feet above sea level. It was completed in April of 2019. If you get a chance to go, oh my, we've been dying to go in the autumn so we could see all the fall leaves. We still have some color here. I don't know if that's something Scott would like to do or not, because now for us, it's about a 3-hour drive. When we were living in Greenville, it was just about 45 minutes and we were there. So yeah. But yeah, it's a great place. If you're traveling through that area, it's gorgeous. All right, another book I picked up is Your Year in Art. I got this at Ollie's. See the Ollie's label? I got 2. Imagine that. I'll tell you why I have 2. A project for every week of the year to overcome blank page anxiety and inspire creative exploration. And it's just got, I'll just pop open here. Like, here's your assignment. Sketch some windows. Can be your windows, can be somebody else's windows. Of course, a lot of people are getting hung up about people looking at their houses these days around here. I see it all the time. They give you all these different studies to do each week to get you over. So like you could grab a piece of paper and just do one of these. One of these a week, or keep it with you and draw different ones all week long. Do a dozen different little drawings. They did a dozen plants. I could see Shell doing that of cactus. Let's see. Oh, here's one. This project sounds fun. It's a list of lists where if you've made a list, then you have to draw what that is. That could be fun. Or what you're wearing that day. You could sketch what you're wearing, what you drank that day. You could create a list of anything that you did that day. Week 19 is doing Zen doodles. Yeah, it's just I saw it, and for $3, you can't beat that. That's why I love Ollie's. But if you see a book that looks interesting, you need to buy it that day, because at Ollie's, it's here today and gone tomorrow. They even advertise that while you're in the store, because they buy like the ends of stuff. Like they might have 6 copies of this book, but within the next time before you're back again, they could all be gone and they may never get them again. So if you see one that looks interesting, and when I find one that's not very expensive, I think, oh, I could use that as my comment winner. So that's where this one's going, is I'm going to draw a winner from my comments from last month's videos. I go through and I count all my videos, lives and standalone videos. I start with the standalone videos and count them, and then I count the others, and I remember if I've counted down or counted up. And then I go to random.org and I have them pick me a number, and that picks the video. And then I use the comment picker for YouTube comment picker to pick a comment from the video that the random number generator told me to pick. And then whoever's comment gets picked, one of y'all that's been leaving comments will get a fun book for next year. And that's the kind of thing I do. Either I'll find a nice book like this, inexpensive price, because, even with me not spending a lot on the book, mailing it anywhere besides somewhere in the United States is going to be expensive. So that's why I look for inexpensive items, because I know I'm going to be paying it in the shipping. But it's just usually little things. Sometimes it might just be a collection of things from my stash. And that's what December's is going to be: a cigar box full of either handmade items or things from my stash, whatever it takes to fill the cigar box up. I think I may even decorate the cigar box so it's already decorated when you get it. But that is for the December commenters. So the idea is leave a comment as often as you can, because I don't know which video the random number is going to draw. So it's, if you want a chance to win one of these fun packages, it's nothing sponsored or none of that. And some of it's my own art. And yeah, I'm smiling because Callie's over here like, I wish you'd just shut up. I'm trying to sleep. She looks really irritated. Oh, now she thinks I need her because I've turned the camera. Am I bothering you, miss? Am I bothering you? Hi. Just coming through. I've got to stretch it out. Okay. Leave my coffee alone. All right. All right. Well, I think that's about it from me. Excuse the cat going through. Can you explain the Friday Sews hashtag? Well, the Friday Sews hashtag was put together by Jen at Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And what it is to bring the sewing community together. And it you talk about a little about your sewing plans, your sewing makes, if you found some interesting deals on fabric patterns. You can talk about some family events. You can talk about your other hobbies, whatever you want to share. And it happens on Fridays, and you have to put the Friday Sews, hashtag Friday Sews. It's mainly aimed at the folks in the sewing community. That's why I always start with the sewing stuff, and then we add on the other items. And she just put it together to bring the sewing community together and just to connect everybody that sews. It's fun to see when somebody else buys the same fabric as you, and then it's interesting to see what each person makes with the same fabric. So it's just a fun little hashtag. There are a bunch of hashtags out there, and you can participate in any of them that you want to. I'm trying to remember the other one. There's another one, Flip Fridays, that are going on. I don't know the exact hashtag, but I do know that Janet Nash has been doing it, where you just pull out one of your older journals and you do a Friday flip through. It's just to help inspire other people and to bring the community together. So, it might be that maybe we need to pick to get away from the sewing part of it. We could actually have a different hashtag that somebody could come up with where we're sharing our art, and just have hashtag a week in art or something. I don't know what it would be, but it would be a way to share a a completed art journal. That would be more like the art journal flip through. But, you could do just what you've done that week. I just figure I kind of put it all together in hashtag Friday Sews and let it be that. So if anybody wants to come up with an art themed hashtag, I'll play along. I'll do a video to get everybody excited in the art community. I'm all for that. Also in this book, you'll get a sheet of my doodles. It's on sticker paper, so you can cut them apart. I did not cut these apart because I want to keep this as flat as possible. And yeah. So I'm going to let you guys go. I don't want to make this a really long video because I try to keep them short because there's so many hashtag Friday Sews. There's a wrap up of the hashtag A Gift to November wrapped up on the 30th. So if you put that in, you can see all these different items that can be sewn to give as gifts. Hi, Teresa. I wasn't ignoring you. I just wanted to make sure I got everything out. So that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. Oh, one more thing. I had a wonderful time with my sister and family, my sisters and family. We learned that the place that we ordered the food in from was not a place to return to. When you pay $10 for a rice bowl, which in my mind, you think bowl, like as big as my head bowl of rice and stuff, not this big, for $10. And the rice wasn't cooked. Yeah, it was not good. Kind of glad that we had helped my sister use a DoorDash coupon, or not coupon, but like a gift card. She had been wanting to use that up. So that was the positive side. She got to use that up because she's had it now for almost a year. She was wondering how she was going to use it up. So she's used that up, but we learned that place is no good. So I'm going to let you guys go on that note, and I will see some of you in the chats. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.